Welcome to our general knowledge trivia quiz. This round has 30 new questions that will test you. There is no multiple choice, so you'll need to rely only on your memory for the answer. So if you're ready, let's begin.
Which famous European painting was once hung in a bathroom because it was considered too ordinary? And the answer is the Mona Lisa. It was once kept in a bathroom at Versailles because nobody thought it was special yet. Which European city has more bicycles than people and is designed so cars are treated as guests rather than the priority? That would be Amsterdam. There are so many bikes that traffic lights exist just for cyclists. Which Netflix series caused a noticeable surge in people learning to play chess across Europe? The answer here is The Queen's Gambit. After it aired, online chess searches jumped by over 400% across Europe. Which painter famously cut off part of his ear after losing an argument about art rather than over a love affair? This one's Vincent van Gogh. The ear incident followed a heated art argument, not a romantic meltdown. Which European country once updated its national anthem lyrics because citizens kept singing them incorrectly? The country is Austria. So many people sang the anthem wrong that the lyrics were officially updated. Which football stadium is located directly on an international border, allowing fans to enter from two countries? That stadium is Stade de la Frontière. Accessible from both France and Belgium, fans can literally cross a border on their way to their seats. Which viral 2025 meme sparked endless online debates about how to pronounce the numbers 6 and 7 when said together? It's known as the 6-7 pronunciation meme. It was so viral that it was banned from some European schools. Which famous science fiction movie was almost entirely filmed inside UK studios using practical effects instead of CGI? The movie is Star Wars. Most of the original trilogy relied on miniatures. And did you know that Yoda was almost played by a monkey wearing a mask? Which European capital city was originally built across 7 hills, influencing its early expansion and defenses? Rome. These hills were once separate communities that merged over time, with the valleys between them drained to create public spaces. Which music streaming feature became popular, partly because Europeans were exceptionally good at pirating music? That feature is offline listening. It helped streaming beat piracy by letting users keep music without downloading files. Which painter became famous for repeatedly painting the same subjects, including haystacks and water lilies? The painter is Claude Monet. He painted over 250 water lilies paintings repeatedly to capture changing light. Which European river flows through 4 capital cities? The river is the Danube. It flows through 4 capitals and 10 countries total for approximately 2,850 kilometers. Which football competition uses a trophy so old that it has been stolen, lost, and later recovered? It's the FA Cup. The trophy has been stolen more than once, and also it has been melted down. Wanderers were the first winners in 1872. Which long-running British TV show has been adapted into local versions across multiple European countries? The show is The Office. It's been adapted in over a dozen European countries and a bunch of international ones. What is the only number whose letters are in alphabetical order when spelled in English? The answer is 40. It's the only number whose letters are in alphabetical order. Which European country has a town that officially changes the language used for public signs depending on the day? The country is Belgium. Some towns rotate languages daily to stay politically neutral. Which famous movie scene featuring someone running up steps turned an ordinary staircase into a major tourist attraction? That movie is Rocky. At the base you can find a statue and can rush up through 72 stone steps. Which pop song from the 2010s was briefly removed from some European radio playlists for being too repetitive? The song is Happy by Pharrell Williams. Some stations pulled it because listeners complained of overexposure. Which mountain range forms a natural border between several European countries? The mountain range is the Alps. They act as natural borders for at least 7 countries. Which recent football rule change significantly altered how offside decisions are judged? The change is VAR-assisted offside rulings. Decisions now depend on millimeters and freeze-frame timing, and it also helps in other circumstances. Which early 2000s computer error sound became a universal symbol of failure in European offices? That sound is the Windows error chime. It became the universal noise of workplace failure. Which Renaissance artist was known to destroy or abandon finished works because he felt they did not meet his standards? The artist was Michelangelo. He was so self-critical he destroyed works others begged to keep. Which European capital city was physically divided by a wall within living memory? The city is Berlin. The wall fell in 1989, and is of big significance in recent history. Quick math. Without calculating fully, which is larger, 48 times 52, or 50 times 50? The correct answer is they're equal. Both calculations come out to exactly 2,500. Which scientific discovery confirmed that the adult human brain can still produce new neurons? The discovery is adult neurogenesis. Your brain can still grow new neurons well into adulthood. Which footballer became famous not only for saving goals, but also for regularly wearing a head protective garment on the pitch? That player is Petr Cech. He wore the helmet after a serious head injury in 2006 during a football match until he retired in 2019. Which famous painting is often said to give the illusion that the subject's gaze follows you around the room? The painting is Girl with a Pearl Earring. The gaze effect comes from lighting, not eye direction. Which European social app introduced disappearing photos before Instagram stories popularized the idea? The app was Snapchat. It popularized disappearing photos before stories were everywhere. Which artist is famous for artworks featuring impossible staircases and buildings that cannot exist in reality? The artist is M.C. Escher. His works trick the brain into seeing impossible architecture. Which small European country operates with 3 official languages in everyday government business? And finally, the country is Luxembourg. Government operates in Luxembourgish, French, and German.
How many did you get right? Comment your score, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next challenge.